Hello YouTube, this is Jerry Hall, coming to you from jerryhalldrums.com. I'm going to give you a quick overview of my equipment and maybe a little insight on what's going to be on my webpage, and we'll take a little look from there and see what else is happening. Cool. First thing I want to do is go over the equipment that I use and give you a little insight on some of the exciting new news that just came about over the last week. So here we go. This is the brand new drum set that I am playing now. This is a Gretsch USA Custom Ribbon Mahogany drum set. One of only 12 that Gretsch made. I am one of 12 proud owners of this thing now. Love it. Sounds fantastic. Looks beautiful. And happy to be playing it. Also, I have a Gretsch, what we call a jazz bop kit. I use that for basically practicing and for gigging out with my top 40 groups. And obviously, if I'm going to be involved with any jazz stuff, I use it for that also. So let's take a little look around and see what we got going. So here we have it. This is the Gretsch Ribbon Mahogany USA Custom Kit. Go over some of the specs real quick. This here is a 22 by 14 inch bass drum. Right here we've got a 12 by 8 rack tom. Here we've got the 14 by 14 floor tom and a 16 by 16 floor tom. Over here we have the 6.5 by 14 snare, and as you can tell, the front bass drum head, I am keeping a standard Gretsch head without any porthole, and it makes for just fantastic bass drum sound. Big, huge bass drum from just a small depth of 14 inches. It's absolutely fantastic. Up next, we've got my jazz bop kit, also Gretsch. This is the Gretsch Catalina jazz kit. Actually, it's Catalina Club. Now that I think about it, it says it right there on the badge. Catalina Club. That there is a 14 by 18 bass drum. Absolutely huge sounding for such a small bass drum. It's super punchy, but at the same time, man, it really gives a pretty good thump. This is the 12 by 8 rack tom, and around yonder, 14 by 14 floor tom. All of these drums are mahogany, which really put out a nice, warm, rounded tone. They for being a jazz kit, I actually use it for my top 40 gigs, and they don't mic them, and boy, I tell you what, they really come through big. So yeah, Gretsch once again giving me that great Gretsch sound. Well, from behind the kit, this is pretty much what you see. I am pretty much almost an exclusive Zildjian player. I do have some small Sabian splash cymbals, but for the most part, I really do enjoy the sound that I get from Zildjian cymbals. None in particular. As you can see, I've got K Dark over here to the right. I've got K Custom Session to the left. I've got an old 1960s pair of hi-hats. It's just it is what it is. That ride cymbal there is like a, I don't know, like a 1950s marching cymbal. It's just irreplaceable, fantastic cymbals. Anyway, that's a little picture of what you get from behind my. This is not only my gigging kit, but as you can see, I've got these black mutes over the entire kit, over all the cymbals. Cuts down on all the noise, and as you can see on the snare drum there, I use roots, if you will, to practice with. Makes for a lot quieter practice session. And as you can see up there, I've got plenty of songs to work on. And trust me, that's the vast majority of my work down here. Got my laptop over here to the left. I get on that and chart almost every single song that I play. I make sure that I make a chart for it. Some would say, geez, what's wrong with you, dude? Can't you remember anything? And yeah, maybe that might be part of it. Maybe I'm just stupid. But then again, I've had a lot of times where I've had other musicians come and reference my charts as far as like structure of the song, or verse, chorus, where are we going next, what did we do with it in practice. It all comes down to my charts and what I take into the gig with me. Rounding out the rest of my gear, this here is my percussion setup. In case you don't know, you know now, and good information to have on hand. I'm also not only a percussionist, if called upon, but I am also a wedding percussionist. A lot of times people will hire a DJ and they want the live aspect of a full band. And I mean, come on, really. I mean, if you got a live band, what's the most fun person to watch but the drummer? Yeah. So anyway, I am for hire as a wedding DJ, as a wedding percussionist, along with anybody that is the DJ that night. And man, it is a lot of fun doing weddings with a percussionist. Really adds a whole nother dimension to your night. It's a lot of fun. Haven't had any problems with it yet. I'll give you a little look around at what we got here. Got tambourine. This thing is called a pandero. Obviously my congas, bongos. I have a little mini snare that I take out also, and my timbales. Pretty good little collection of cowbells. Seriously, you always need more cowbell. Hi-hats, splash cymbals, a pretty good array of all the blocks. All these noisemakers. And oh, this thing, of course, this thing's a blast. Right on. So, anyway, there you have it. This is my percussion setup. And that rounds out the rest of my gear. I also have all sorts of different equipment, as far as from something as small as a coffee house where I get to play a cajon, or hidden up here is my washboard. Yep. I know you've seen someone play a washboard, right? Oh my gosh. A lot of fun. All sorts of stuff. I've got other instruments packed away over here in this closet that show you that, obviously, got a pretty big collection of snare drums for any different kind of tone or gig that I need to go into with a different sounding snare. I've got my own lights. I've got my own microphones. You name it. In conclusion, I'd just like to say thanks for dropping by. Make sure you go onto my website, which is jerryhalldrums.com. Brand new website that I've got up and running, and there's a blog, there's my calendar of events that gigs I'll be playing, pictures, all sorts of great stuff, videos. 2017 is going to be very busy, so make sure you check back often. I'll keep you guys up to date on every little thing that I'm out there doing, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.